Welcome back to the John and Linetia show.
Hi, John.
So do you ever watch any of that Apprentice show?
I haven't watched it in the past couple of years. I have watched it, just not in the past couple of years.
I've never watched it.
It's actually a good show. Well, when I saw it was good.
I just can't.
You didn't watch the one with Blagojevich was on there?
No.
What? That was the time to watch?
No. First of all, Rod Blagojevich I've always kind of viewed him as kind of skeezy.
Yeah.
I just have no interest in, whenever he opened his mouth, I'd be like, I don't believe anything he says.
Hence, that's why he went to jail.
Yeah, most likely. But the big key is that I never understood this fascination with Donald Trump.
Well,
and I never cared for him.
The fascination is that he's well connected. He knows a lot of people. He's rich. He owns real estate, and he has a big mouth.
Yes. The story goes. I mean, because he's New Yorker, big in real estate. Has gotten a little bit into casinos, but generally has failed. When that comes, he likes to say he's successful everywhere, but a lot of some Trump casinos did close down,
right.
And the such. He didn't have the clout to make the Trump Tower in Chicago the tallest building in the city. The mayor said no, second tallest, because we don't want the tallest building in Chicago to have Trump's name on it. And that's the behind the scenes. Yeah, it made Trump, and so that it's like, hey,
so
what?
At that point, you like
he thinks he's a big man. No, this is Daley who.
It was Daley.
It was Daley.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, and it's true. We're Chicagoans. We don't want no New Yorker to come in and be all, I'm gonna have a building that's taller than the Sears Tower. Screw that,
How is Trump Tower doing, by the way? Are they making money over there?
I don't know. When according to Don, it's probably the best building in the city. But the fact is he's got this gigantic ego.
Huge.
And he feels like he can do no wrong. He's impervious to any kind of criticism.
He can say anything he wants.
And yet, the hilariousness of it is frequently a lot of the stuff he says is ridiculous.
Yes.
And he believes it. So you seriously have to look at it and go, this man has mental problems. This man, and you can go, well, is he a smart person? Well, he's probably smart.
Yeah,
but
he's smart.
Frequently he says things as if he's a simpleton. He was so, up until the bitter end, that whole birther thing about President Obama, and it was amazing how he hung on to that, and he helped sink the Republican Party.
He did. He did.
So,
oh well.
And so one of his foils, a comedian that will rip on him a lot, is Bill Maher.
Do you like him?
I thought he was good in the movie Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. That was a fun movie.
Did I miss something in
it
there?
Let me tell you, you should go pick it up.
What's the name of this again?
Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Okay.
His co-star in that is Shannon Tweed, also known as Gene Simmons' his wife, not new wife. Okay. I thought he was good in that movie. And by good, I mean it was kind of funny to see him try to act. Okay?
Oh, okay.
He had the show Politically Incorrect on ABC.
I used to watch that.
Moved to Comedy Central, and then now he's got Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO. I can't say I'm much of a fan. I mean, he's got a nice acerbic wit, and sometimes he'll say things that I'll laugh at and agree with. But then sometimes I feel like he goes overboard to a ridiculous point where it just doesn't. So apparently, he was on The Tonight Show
with Jay Leno
last month. Yes, and they were joking around, Jay and Bill Maher, and they were Bill was riffing on the whole I think he said he was going to donate $1 million to the charity of President Obama's choice.
Right.
If he produced some, his
long
form birth certificate.
Mm-hmm. And his college transcript.
Yeah. And so Bill and Jay are joking around, and Bill says that he would donate $5 million to a charity if Trump could prove that he wasn't the spawn of his mother having sex with an gargantuan. Again, this is kind of, you're kind of, getting the guy's mother involved. To me, it's kind of, it was kind of a flat joke, and he's like, oh, I'm not saying it's true. And I guess, the audience was kind of like a little uneasy because he kind of,
like, should I laugh?
Yeah.
Or should I go, ooh?
But, he says, he goes through, he says, well, I hope it's not true. Unless he comes up with the proof, he's willing to offer $5 million to Trump that he could donate to a charity of choice. And he's like, Hair Club for Men, Institute for Douchebaggery, whatever charity.
Okay, that was kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, you get into it and you go. And, and his point of it is that it's another joke about Donald Trump's hair, which looks unnatural in nature.
Right.
And his joke was that kind of weird orange stringy hair you only see on gargantuans. Donald Trump gargantuans. So the thing is that that Trump then apparently has no sense of humor.
Of course he does.
Although I think we've known that for a long time. Yes. Really doesn't understand
He's a very
jokes.
Serious type.
Dude. Remember when Rosie O'Donnell had her talk show and it was hot, and she would do jokes about Donald Trump because the talk show was in New York. He was basically he would talk about how fat she is and all this stuff. He just has no. We're just going to put it out there. He has no sense of humor. Mm-hmm. So of course he through an intermediary or whatever had provided Maher with his New York birth certificate to prove that he didn't descend from an ape. Okay. And then decided to file a lawsuit in Los Angeles to get the $5 million. See, Don's going, oh, he said this, I did this, he should pay. Not quite understanding the concept of humor.
He has no timing.
Satire.
He has no timing. He doesn't have a smile in his heart at all. I say, you know what? You can dish it out, but can you take it?
Yeah,
come on.
That's the funny thing.
Dude, really?
Yeah. Trump can really rip into people and feels like, he can't take it. He doesn't deserve anything.
You can disrespect the president, and that's okay.
Right.
You can disrespect anybody else. I remember when all that stuff was going on between Rosie and him, and it was a long time before they tried to, just throw things under the rug. But really, come on. It was just a joke. Really?
Yeah.
Don't become offensive to this. I mean... Dude, really?
Yeah.
Can you even see how ridiculous this is?
Well, you know what? And quite honestly, I mean, Donald Trump right now he's past the point of self-parody. He's a joke, okay? He's a wealthy joke. Mm-hmm. But the fact is he has no credibility on anything. Mm-hmm. One could say maybe he knows real estate, but quite honestly, if you're extraordinarily wealthy, it's hard not to know real estate. Because you could afford to lose certain things, but you can afford to gamble on certain things. Right.
I will respect the man for the fact that he has a TV show and he has real estate and he's well. I understand all that kind of stuff, but you can't expect to go out here into the world and just do anything you want and say anything you want and not have repercussions from it. You put yourself out here in the media, so expect to get dissed.
Yeah, well, he feels he's entitled to have opinions, but nobody can actually have a negative opinion of him. And those that do don't matter.
Talk about arrogant.
I mean, think about it. If he actually got wind of our podcast, he would be like, "Oh, who cares about those two losers?" And it's hilarious.
It would be nice if he did get wind of our podcast. Then we'd be famous.
Yes. But he would look down on us as if we're gnats.
That's true. Well, he doesn't look down on us anyway because we don't have as much money as he does.
Well, yes, exactly. That's the thing. When most Americans, if they put us, if we were on a TV show and they compared us to Donald Trump, most Americans would see the value of us as humans as 10, 20, 30 times more than the value of Donald Trump.
But for some reason, Donald Trump might still have somebody behind him.
Yeah, oh, well, without a doubt, because he's got a lot of money to pay people to be behind him.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, well, Donald, suck it up.
Yeah.
You put yourself out here. And he wants to be out there.
And that's the funny thing. It's like he wants to make these headlines, but all the headlines he makes, he looks like a fool. He looks so foolish. It is sad. I mean, I can't imagine his hot daughter, kind of going, "Oh, Dad, what are you doing?"
Oh, okay. I really didn't think about his hot daughter. You were... Okay, I see this conversation is going someplace else. So.
No. This conversation is over.
Okay.
The guy's a freakazoid. Okay. He is, we should pity him because as a human being, he doesn't have a lot of worth.
I'm not going to pity him. I'm not going to even give him the time of day.
Yeah. Well,
oh, man. Yeah. Oh, well. You got out there. You decided you wanted this media of attention. Get ready to be criticized. Just whatever you're doing, you're probably just enjoying the spotlight. So that's the end of that.
Yeah. Screw him.
Trump. Oh, well. Thanks for listening to the John Linetia Show.